Hello friends! It's Caitlin, Sue, Melissa, and Mandy, the Skokie Public Library Cool Summer Reads team, with our 2022 list for kids in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Because we love facts at the library, our first book is perfect. In FACTOPIA, Follow the Trail of 400 Facts by Kate Hall, you play a game to decide what direction you want to read the book and learn amazing facts on the way. One of my favorites was about 2 islands in the Bering Strait that are nicknamed Yesterday and Tomorrow Islands. Even though they're only 2.5 miles apart, they are separated by the international date line, meaning time on one island is 24 hours ahead of the other. Can you believe that?
I really cannot. Speaking of distance, Long Distance is a laugh-out-loud graphic novel by Whitney Gardner. I think we can all agree that being a kid is hard, and it's even harder when you're forced to move away from everything you love, including your very best friend. Luckily, there's a solution. Camp Very Best Friend. I mean, it's right there in the title. What could go wrong? Turns out, the possibilities are astronomical.
I like a story that makes me ask myself questions about things that I don't always think about, questions about myself and the world around me. Sometimes the questions are hard, and they remind me I don't have all the answers. Carla Arenas Valente's Loteria is folklore, mythology, and a little bit of a fairy tale, all wrapped up into one. And the illustrations by Donna Sanmar, they are gorgeous, and they really add to this magical adventure.
The Silver Arrow by Lev Grossman is another magical adventure, this time about a brother and sister who go on a magical train ride that picks up and drops off animals along the way. I love it when animals talk, and one of my favorite parts is when the sister, Kate, says, "I always thought if I ever went on an adventure with talking animals, it would be with bunnies and mice, that sort of thing. I mean, no offense." "None taken," said the porcupine, who was just a very grumpy North American porcupine from Michigan, though you're very lucky. Rabbits and mice are incredibly boring. All they talk about is vegetables and seeds.
Vegetables and seeds? How about talking vegetables and magic seeds? That's what you'll get in the charming graphic novel Garlic and the Vampire by Bree Paulson. Just as much as Sue likes talking animals, I like talking everything, and I guess even talking vegetables. Anthropomorphism is the word for when animals, or sometimes objects, take on human characteristics, and I love it. Sweet Garlic is totally alive with personality, and with the support of her wonderful friend Carrot and kind witch Agnes, she musters up the courage to confront their new neighbor, the vampire, in this really unique story. And getting back to animal stories, it's pretty clear we're all animal lovers on the Cool Summer Reads team, and we've got some more.
Yes, and if you know anything about me, you know I love goats. Goats on a farm, screaming goats, fainting goats, I love them all. I can only imagine what it would be like to have a goat as an emotional support animal and then having to support that emotional support animal, and that's only part of why I love Better with Butter by Victoria Piantek. Marvel's life feels super challenging and relatable at times, but her courage and compassion and butter had me hooked to the end.
Did somebody say goats?
Yes, I definitely mentioned goats.
Okay. I did not know what to expect from award-winning author Kate DiCamillo's latest book, The BEATRYCE Prophecy, with its muted colors and its medieval-looking cover, but I can tell you that I was not expecting to laugh out loud on the very first page. This book will suck you in and leave you hungry for more. It will make you laugh and cry, and it will give you perhaps the world's greatest anti-hero, Answellica, a butt-kicking, or I guess a butt-butting goat. That's right, pals. We have 2 goat books on our list.
I also adore a great story about good friends, and it's even better if it involves magic, like The Elephant's Girl by Celeste Remington. I would love to live at the zoo and be close to all the animals. Imagine all the conversations you could have, and what if you could really communicate with an elephant? That would be amazing! I also like that this story made me think about how important animal sanctuaries are for animals in captivity.
Okay, are we really going to have a second magical story with a girl and an elephant? Yes, we are. Alina Chow's Marshmallow and Jordan is a beautiful graphic novel about never giving up on your dreams when life doesn't go as planned. Maybe a magical elephant will show up to inspire you, or maybe you'll find the magic within yourself to get back on a slightly different track. This is one of those books that was recommended to me by young readers. And just like we hope to find you cool books, you give us great suggestions too.
AMARI and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston is for all of you Harry Potter and Percy Jackson fans. Well, actually, this is a book for anyone who enjoys an action-packed story with magic. AMARI, a strong-willed black girl, is looking for her older brother who went missing 6 months ago. Things are looking pretty awful when she gets kicked out of school, but then she's recommended to the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. This exciting book confronts privilege, prejudice, and will end with you wanting more. Thankfully, a sequel will be coming out soon.
Stunt Boy, in the meantime, I don't know what I like best about this book. I like thinking about all the different ways, both big and small, that we are all superheroes. I'm still working on my superhero name. Like Super Pal. No, that's dorky. Lady Librarian. Maybe. The Information Superhighway. Okay, getting back on track. This story by Jason Reynolds is excellent, and the pictures drawn by Raoul III make it absolutely unstoppable. Zamarama Zigzag.
Black Boy Joy, 17 Stories Celebrating Black Boyhood, is edited by Kwame Mbalia and features short stories by Mbalia, Jerry Kraft, Stunt Boy's Jason Reynolds, and AMARI and the Night Brothers' B.B. Alston, as well as many other great black authors. This book is a super heroic celebration of its own with a wonderful mix of superb storytelling. And superb storytelling is what Cool Summer Reads is all about. We hope you found a little something for everyone in this delightful dozen of books.
And we think it's only fitting that since we started with facts, that we end with some.
Did you know that 2 of the authors on the list have visited Skokie Public Library in the past?
You may have to do some digging, but they're both multiple national award winners and were some of our most cherished author visits of all time.
See if you can figure out who, and let's talk about that and what you think about these and other titles the next time you visit the library. We can't wait to see you. Bye!